Hey guys, it's me, Halloween Dan, doing a really quick video today. Just kind of a late to the party kind of video, because a lot of this stuff has been being talked about in the Halloween community now for at least a couple of weeks, maybe a week in some of the cases. And I just thought I'd do a quick sort of reaction, even though I've seen some of this stuff, just a general conversation about some of these animatronics and props that are coming out in some US stores that have been revealed in the last couple of weeks. So let's just get straight into this. So the stores in question I'm briefly going to touch upon are Grandin Road and Lowe's. Again, as always, we don't get these stores in the UK, but it's still really cool to see these things. I still really like looking at them and hoping that maybe one day they might head our way. So, with that being said, I just wanted to first of all get into Grandin Road. And I'd like you guys to comment on this as well, because the opinion I have of Grandin Road, we don't have it here, like I say, is that it's kind of higher end stuff. It's kind of expensive and kind of like bougie. So maybe it's not, maybe that's just how I feel about it. Maybe it's okay stuff, but it's just overly expensive. I don't know. But if you let me know where you sit with Grandin Road stuff, I'd love to hear from you. But let's just have a quick look at these 3 videos that they've released in the last week or so, and let's have a little conversation about them. So the first thing we're going to be looking at are the Holding Hands Witches, which is a really short video that they did, which if I'm honest, I thought I'd seen this before. I think I have seen this before. They may have just done a slightly updated version of them. I think I've even seen them in UK stores before. But let me know if I'm wrong. I like to hear whether I'm right or wrong about these things anyway. So let's just have a quick look. Halloween Haven, I like that. I tell you what, I like the pumpkins. I don't even know whether they're for sale, but I like them. The witches are kind of cool. I mean, I've seen this before though. There's just this very simple witch with a glowing head. And that's that one. Before we get into any conversation about them, we'll look at the other videos, because there's one in particular I really want to have a chat about. The next one is Holding Hands Reapers. These I think are new, and I've seen this, and I think they're pretty cool. But let's just have another look at them and see what you guys think. So, nicely set with the smoke. Now I like this. It's the same witch, it's the same thing as the witch. But there's just something about the fact that it's a reaper, because I've got a thing about reapers, that I like. I like the glowing heads, it's very simple, they're tied together. I'm guessing they come in like sets of 3, maybe 6, I don't know. It could be 6. I'd like to know a bit more detail about them if you've got any. But I kind of like them. It's a slightly updated edge on the Holding Hands Witch thing, which I think most of us will have already seen. Now we're going to look at the last video, which is the one I'm really interested in, which I have seen this video. I'm going to watch it again because I've not heard absolutely everything. This is the animated haunted librarian, which is up my street, I think. It's the sort of prop I would really like. So let's just watch this video.
Another foolish child. You'd better keep your voice down. I'm afraid that you don't want to hear what happened to the last person making a ruckus in my library.
Cool, yeah, it's an interesting thing. Potions and poisons. I like the detail.
Quieted them down.
Basically, it's a witch prop. It's a witch dressed up as a librarian. It's an interesting angle to go at, I think.
Where is that recipe of mine? Let me see. Tale of Newt.
She's not really saying anything overly original, except every now and again she'll throw in a librarian style quote.
I have a potion brewing, and you look like you have just.
But she's basically a witch holding a book, a potions book.
Ready for the next chapter of your life. Or the ending, rather.
Okay.
A vampire stopped by the other
I think
night.
I like as well the outfit. I think this is what it is. The ones, the witchy type props I'm drawn to always have better outfits. They're always a bit more detail in the outfit. I like the way she's dressed up. Like with the spider and the ruffle and the sort of shawl over her shoulders and stuff, and even the way the hair's tied back like a librarian. It's kind of different and kind of cool. So you've come to check out a book. So, librarian. Okay.
Don't mind the spiders or rats. They are just those that were foolish enough to hang on to overdue books. You won't be that foolish, will you?
Of course not. She's got a lot to say. I didn't realise she had this many lines. Oh, now she's just laughing. I've got a lot of props that do that. I think we'll leave it there. So those three props are interesting and kind of cool. The first two, the Holding Hands Witches and the Holding Hands Reapers, they're kind of things we've seen before. The witches anyway. I've definitely seen something of that ilk somewhere else before, possibly even from Grandin Road, and it was kind of copycatted a lot by maybe people making their own, because they are quite simplistic. I don't think there's anything overly complicated about them particular props. And when it comes to the Reapers, again, not overly complicated as a prop, but I think for me they edge it a little bit just because they look a little bit creepier, I think. The witches kind of look kind of family friendly and fun, whereas the Reapers, I think because it's a hooded, cloaked little figure, even though it's still supposed to be a bit kind of whimsical and fun, it has a slightly creepier edge for me. A little bit, tiny bit. But then we get on to the animated Librarian, which is a witch. She's a witch. That's basically what she is. Let's not try and dress her up any other way. She's a witch. She's holding a potions book, and she's talking about witchy stuff with the occasional librarian-style quote talking about returning of books and watch the spiders in the library and all that kind of stuff. So she is, that's what she is. She's a witch. But she's kind of cool. I like that they're trying to think outside the box. Everyone does witches. Every store you buy Halloween props will do some form of a witch. And to sort of have something that is a witch, but not a witch, it's something a little bit different and a little bit unique, is kind of very clever on Grandin Road's side. So I think she's kind of cool. I like the outfit, like I say. I like the way she's dressed up. And generally, she's quite a good prop. And if she came to the UK, as long as she wasn't like extortionately expensive, I would be relatively interested in getting her. But something tells me, because this is one of the few things I know about Grandin Road, she is going to be extortionately expensive. Probably way, way more expensive than she should be. But maybe I'm wrong. Before I finish, I just wanted to very briefly talk about Lowe's. Lowe's is a shop, again, we don't get in the UK, and it's a shop that I wish we did. And from all the videos I've seen from other YouTubers, Lowe's seems to be really stepping up their Halloween game this year and really sort of going all out. I've seen a few videos and a few sneak peeks of things. There's a guy on YouTube, Halloween Daily News. I'll leave the link to his YouTube channel in the description below. He's basically one of the main sources of all this Halloween material that we get, all these leaks and stuff and first views of stuff. And he's been showing some of this leaked footage of stuff that Lowe's is bringing out that they haven't officially revealed, but they're kind of getting ready to reveal. The one I'm really, really interested in, the one that I think really kind of takes it to a whole other level, is the 12-foot mummy. Or this big animated mummy. There's just a really short clip of it sort of moving a little bit, which I think is really, really cool. And I would be interested to know how much that guy was going to be. It's the same idea. Every store seems to be getting on board with this now after Home Depot did it, that they sort of bring out these big 12-foot things. We've seen the 12-foot skeleton and then all the other 12-foot things as well. And then Lowe's seem to have gone down this mummy route, which he looks kind of cool because he's actually slightly animated. He is actually moving about as well as just being 12 foot. So that's kind of cool. I'm kind of interested in that guy. There's a clown as well that I'm not interested in, but Some people will be. And there's been a few sort of sneak peeks of a few other bits and bobs. But I'll do maybe a proper video on Lowe's when a bit more detail has been revealed and there's a bit more to actually show. But right now, I just wanted to sort of touch on the fact that Lowe's have got some really awesome stuff and it might be worth keeping your eyes peeled on. With all that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope some of it's been interesting to you. And I'd love to hear your opinions on some of that stuff, particularly the Grandin Road stuff, and where you stand on Grandin Road as a store that sells Halloween props. Are they overly expensive, or are the props actually really good quality and they're worth the money? I don't know. You tell me. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and keep it spooky. Bye.